Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick real quick video on some Christmas presents I recently purchased for myself. This is going to be probably part one because I've got a couple of these that haven't come in yet, maybe one or two. And I'd also like to use part two as what I officially get for Christmas, like I did last year. And I really enjoyed that video. I'm kind of looking back over the year of what I got last year, and I thought it'd be good to do another one this year. And so also at the end of this, which will hopefully come pretty quick, I would like to do an unboxing of a brand new camera that recently purchased for a really good price. I got it refurbished, and also wanted to do this video because this will be the last video, as far as I know, where I'll be using the Kodak ZI-8 camcorder. Now, it's been a wonderful camcorder. I have had it for about 3 years now, I think, maybe even 4. And it's just been an amazing camcorder. I bought it initially refurbished, and it's really, most of my videos have been recorded back in early 2014 on, have been recorded using the Kodak ZI-8. I've been using lately my Logitech webcam for a lot of video stuff, but I thought, you know, I wanted to up my quality, so I got a brand new camera, and I will be unboxing it here pretty soon. I actually have an event to get to later tonight, so I'm going to try to get this done and hopefully uploaded maybe sometime next week. Today is December the 12th on Friday, and I've got a show tonight to perform, so let's go ahead and get this started. Number one, I'm still on the whole goal setting thing of trying to lose weight, and so what I've been doing up to this point has been using just a simple, you know, memo pad that's about that big for tracking what I eat and my calories and things like that. And that's become quite cumbersome. And I've thought, well, a good companion to my Calorie King calorie counter and carb and fat counter would be their actual exercise, food and exercise journal that they have, and it looks like that. And I'm not sure exactly if you can see that well. I'll bring it as a close-up with the little macro mode here. You can probably see it now. It's the food and exercise journal from Calorie King, and this has all sorts of pages on it. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead and move this camera around so we can kind of focus on the key points of this. Now, first of all, I really like the front of this. It has the information that you can find, some of the information that's already in the Calorie King calorie counter. That it's a book about, you know, 3 times the size of this with all the calories in it for different restaurants and different foods. And so it tells you how to use it, and it tells you, you know, how to keep track of your exercise, some dieting tips, and a sample of what the actual journal looks like. You have a place here for breakfast and what your exercise is, and you got your food and your exercise here, how many calories you burned, how many calories you ate. That's pretty interesting. Then you got your fat and your grams, and your fat grams and your carbs up here. Also, you have your snack, what you had for a snack, what you had for lunch, what you had for another snack, and for dinner, and anything else after that. Okay, now I typically eat at night late, so this will be considered snack. So at here you have your totals, you have your net calories, which is food minus exercise, and so that's what you get after exercise. Now I don't know if I'll be keeping up with all these calories burned and all that stuff. I just want to see what I'm taking in and just try to exercise as much as I can to kind of counteract anything I'm taking in that might be a little too much. So you got your totals down here, your fat grams and total carbohydrates. That's another thing that I probably won't be keeping track of at first. Calories has been working really good for me, and if I find that it's not working anymore and exercise is not working anymore, then I might start on fat. But I'm starting small, baby steps first. And here it's the cool thing, it's got how many cups of water did you drink? And a cup usually is considered 8 ounces. I drink these a lot, these right here. These are my Gatorade. These are 32 ounces a piece. I keep these in the fridge and refill them with water, and I drink about 2 of these a day at least, maybe even more. So I'm good on water. I drink a lot of water. I keep a lot of it in the fridge. So then at the bottom you have how many steps if you do a pedometer, which I don't. I can put like how many miles walked or anything like that. How many comments and how many resolutions you want to work towards. Okay, so that's what it basically is all about. And there's some dieting tips. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here at the front before you even get to the actual calorie stuff, keeping track of it. Okay, so that is a total of 11 pages here of all this good stuff before you get to the actual exercise journal. And this is 10 weeks. Okay, you can start at any time. So I will be starting this next week on Monday. Once again, I said today's the 12th, so that would be Monday the 15th. I'll be starting this next week and kind of keeping up with it, keeping track with it. Before, now notice, this is December. I'm starting this before the end of the year, before the first of the year. I don't care about, you know, when the year rolls around, New Year's resolutions and things like that. If I got something in my mind, I want to start it now. Don't wait until later. Okay? You want to start your goals now. Don't wait. All right? And I just noticed something. This is really cool. This little perforation, not perforation, but indention here, that's already made to bend so that you don't have to worry about messing with your, you know, the binding on the jacket. That's a really cool idea there. So it tracks your calories, like I said. It prevents calorie amnesia, forgetting what you ate, and you can start anytime. This is what the back of it looks like. You can even use an app that goes with it. So basically that's all it is. You got 10 weeks of this, and that's enough for, let's see, 10 weeks. There's 4 weeks in a month, so that's enough for 2.5 months, something like that, if you do this every day, which I plan on doing. And let's see what we got here at the end. Alright, so it was just showing you the days here. I don't know why it lists it there and here as well. But at the end, let's see what we got here. I just noticed there was something at the end. You got a weekly summary. So at the end, I'm guessing at the end of every week, there's a weekly summary. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You got a weekly summary there. What your waist is, you know, what your weight is, all these other cool things. Okay, and at the end of all this, you got a mini calorie, fat, and carb counter. So it's just a cool little calorie list here of some of the common things that you would find that you would typically eat. So that way I don't have to go back and forth between my calorie book and this one. So this is a couple pages of that. It's really cool. 10-week progress chart. And after, this was only like $3.99, I think. So after this, I could try it again, and then after another 10 weeks, try the to see what the progress is compared to that. So you got 52 weeks in a year, so you basically have to buy 5 of these a year, and you know that's about 20 bucks. If you're thinking about $3.99 a piece, that's about 20. Just say, might as well say $25 for tracking all this, and that's a small price to pay, especially if you already have a membership to a gym or something. Just go ahead and make the extra effort and pay for something that will help you stay on track. At the end, you have a weight loss graph, so that's cool. You got an example. You start total pounds lost, and you know how many pounds have you lost. Maybe you can draw an arrow like they have here and kind of give an idea of where it is at 10 weeks. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. So that's number 1. Number 2, this just came in today, and I'm really excited about this. Those of you that know about the goals video that I posted recently, talking about some of my goals for next year, one of them is writing. And I saw this book at earlier last week when we went to the Opryland Hotel to take pictures of the Christmas lights. And I really wanted to get this book, and I found a really good price of it, I think on half.com, half.com. It's a subsidiary of eBay, and they got some great books for really, really cheap. And I think, yeah, I got this book on there for like 82 cents. Then the shipping was $3 and something. It's amazing. It's called The Writer's Lab, a place to experiment with fiction. So this is loaded with all kinds of exercises for you to write fiction with. It's alive. Sexton Burke. There's the jacket. And I'm really excited. I'm about to go to Ohio tomorrow for another singing trip with the Gilbert family, a group that I play with. By the way, you can check out their website at thegilbertfam.com. And so I play with them. And we're going to go to Ohio, and I'm going to take this with me and kind of maybe start some examples and stuff. Enter the lab and discover something amazing. So it gives you a place to experiment, have fun, and play with pros. So that's all that. Now this book, brand new, is $13.99, but I got it at half.com for like 82 cents. I mean, that's amazing. It's made by writersdigest.com. Here's some of the ideas that you get with this book, okay? On the lines below, fill in specific details about the figure provided. For example, what does this person look like? What are the colors of their hair? What do their teeth look like? How do they walk? What kind of clothes are they wearing? And you fill in all this example. Now give your character a name and a profession, one that does not instinctively fit the physical attributes noted. Okay? So write the physical attributes and give them a name and a profession that does not fit his attributes. Okay? So there's all kinds of writing prompts. And apparently these are just 2 blank pages. Oh no, here we go. I didn't see that. Right on the side, You've got some right here. Write a humorous piece of nonfiction about your parents. And, you know, they're all different kinds of ideas here that you can use. Here's one that's in a circle. And so you kind of got to see what it says. So what does it say? Write a story that ends exactly where it began. So you write a story. It gives you all the paper to write. So I'm going to take this weekend and kind of look at it. Really, really cool project to get me in the writing mood. And I'm really excited. I just purchased Scrivener. I just purchased Scrivener. I've been trying it for a while, and I thought, you know what, I need to go ahead and buy it because I'm going to be using it for my business for writing, you know, maybe blog posts and ebooks and things in the future. So I just purchased it, and I have a link on my website. If you go to ericbeatty.com / I think it's writing /writing, there's a link to Scrivener on my website where you can purchase that. Really, really amazing resource. And this book, I'm really going to have a lot of fun with. I like the idea that it looks like a Frankenstein's lab. It's alive. Whatever you write here comes to life because, you know, you create on the fly. So I really, really recommend checking this out. It looks like it's going to be a great addition. All right, so number 3, before I get to number 3, the other thing that hasn't come in yet that I really wanted to be in this week because I wanted to go to read it is a book called Write, Publish, Repeat. It's a book by Johnny B. Truant and Sean Platt, and it looks to be an amazing resource for where I need to be. It kind of gives you an idea of your author platform, gives you an idea of how to self-publish and how much work it takes, and you know how they wrote, you know, like 1.5 million words in 2013 alone. I mean, they're like a dynamic duo with one extra guy. I think his name is David Wright, that he goes and works with them. And so I've really been looking at a lot of good resources on that. And I'll probably end up putting it on the ericbeatty.com /writing link as well eventually. But it's not coming yet, so I can't review it. Next thing I'm going to review before I get to the unboxing, and then I have to leave to go set up for the show tonight, is Come With Me, and I will show you real quick. All right, I've had this for a while. This whiteboard calendar of a thing, and I hope you can really see how wonderful the colors look, how much they pop. And so I got all this stuff as my goals, you know, and what's going on. You got these nice teal / green / red, purple, you know, chartreuse looking colors, Christmas Day, all this stuff going on. And before, if you can imagine, the ink colors were really faded and really smeared. These are really sharp and really distinct. You know, if we go over here and I zoom in, there's no flaking, there's no trailing off of any kind of ink or anything like that. That is the result of these awesome writing whiteboard pens that I got by a company called Quartet. I got these off Amazon. These are amazing, by the way. If you check out below, there's a link to Amazon in the show notes. That you can click on and type in any of this stuff in Amazon, and if you do that, it gives me an affiliate commission, just a small, short, you know, a little commission to help me with what I do on YouTube and my new blog. So if you would like to support me by buying through Amazon, you'll get to buy what you want, and Amazon gives me a commission as well. But anyway, Quartet is apparently they're a pretty popular company, and this feature here is not just for design; it's to help your markers from rolling, you know, everywhere. So I start moving them over, and they only roll a certain way. So they'll either roll. Let me put it on here. And it's not going to fall off. They'll roll forward, and they won't roll anymore. So that's pretty cool. But I got a 12-pack of these. So I've got some reds. I've got some greens. I've got some couple blacks, couple blues. I really like this color. This is, and what I don't like, one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't have the name of the color. You'd think it would call it the name of the color, but I don't see it on here anywhere. But that is this color right here with the numbers that I decided to put in the numbers. It's like teal color. That green that you see here is this color. So it's really cool. They really match really well if you look at that. Really match really well. Now, what these look, the cool thing about these are, let me go ahead and put this up against the wall in white background. This has like an ink system that you can see. And this says ink level. You've got an F over here on the left, and an E over here. So it's full over here, empty over here, and in the halfway point you can see that. Well, apparently you're supposed to be able to see the ink, and these are brand new, so I haven't used any ink. So it gives you a real view of how much ink is left and when you need to reorder. And so there's really, really cool. These are fine tip, and you can see on macro, yeah, I'm on macro mode. You can see that it's rounded. It's not chiseled. It's not sharp. See, sharp is what happens, you know, it kind of leaves ink trails and stuff like that. It's a fine point, and if I take the point off, that's what it looks like. And these are called Enduraglide. I want to say Euroglide, but it's Enduraglide. And these write so smoothly. I really, really enjoy these. I think they were only like 12 bucks on Amazon. Once again, if you'll check in the show notes, you can see a link to the Amazon and type this in. These are just simply, I just typed in Quartet dry erase markers. You can type in Quartet Enduraglide, I mean. And check these out. These are really, really nice. These are going to be nice for any of the projects that I need to do on my my whiteboards, mind maps, and stuff like that. And now for the big moment we have, and I'm going to need both hands for this, so I'm going to go ahead and set the camera down here. So you should be able to see what's going on, hopefully. This is the new camcorder I will be using. Okay, let me take a sip of water here. I apologize if I'm speeding up, but I'm really trying to get this done. New camcorder that I'm going to be working with, hopefully, other than my webcam from now on. Now, I mentioned my webcam. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. Let me do this real quick, and I can set this back down. That's my webcam. It is a Logitech C270, I do believe. And I'm going to go ahead and change the lighting. If you can see, I've got my light up here. So we'll go ahead and change that. So now that we can see a little better down here. Notice how I've got that attached to the other light. That's pretty cool. So that's my Logitech C270 HT webcam. It's a 720p, and that's what I've been using a lot of my videos with lately. So the main reason that I decided to get a new camera is because the only thing that I really hate about the Kodak ZI-8 is there's no flippable LCD or LED. And that really gets aggravating because right now I can't tell what part of me is showing. All I know is I see the camera and I try to get it as centered as I can, but I can't see what part of me is showing, and I really hate that. Now I've got a camera that has a flip out LED, and I can flip it around to see myself, and I'm really excited about that so that I can get on good close-ups and things like that. So let's, without further ado, let's get that started and talk about that a little bit. Put that up just a little higher just in case. Alright, so as you can tell, I've already unboxed this. I've actually put everything back in here. So this is already unboxed, but I'm going to unbox it again. So it came in this nice container here. Come with a nice receipt, and this is a Canon. So I've upgraded my camera. And once again, if you are interested in this kind of camera or something like it, check out that Amazon link, and you can buy it on there on the show notes. Now, this says Canon EOS PowerShot. It is a Vixia. I don't know if this is correct, but it is a Vixia, okay? I looked at several of these, and this is the one I decided to go with, and I'll tell you why. So right now we've got, unbox this puppy, and hopefully, let me look back here. So yeah, it's coming through. All right, so here's what's included with this. It comes with the power adapter, which is really cool. The cool thing about this camera is that when you plug it in to the power adapter, it bypasses the battery so that you're not using the battery as well. So, but the thing about that is if you're actually using this with the power cord, that the battery doesn't charge at the same time until you turn the camera off. So that's if you want this to charge, don't be using it with it until, if you want it to charge, you have to have the camera off. So it comes with the power supply, which is really cool. It's like a mini USB type thing. Well, not even USB, it's some other kind of adapter. But it comes with that. Canon compact power adapter. Incidentally, that's the CA110, if you can see it or not. Also comes with a free HDMI cable included, so you can watch it on your HD TV or maybe your computer. Comes with a USB cord to connect it to your computer. It also comes with the battery, which was included in this. The battery comes with it, and when we had it, it actually turned on. It says that in the manual, it says that the typical battery charge time is like 5.5 hours, but this thing charged in like 3 hours or so. And the indicator, the charging indicator is usually red, and when it shuts off, that's when you know the battery's charged, and that's how I knew. This comes with this is, like I said, this is refurbished, but like I said, I have really enjoyed my Kodak ZI-8, and I haven't had a single problem out of it, and it was refurbished when I first bought it a couple, four or so years ago. This warranty is refurbished product, refurbished. It's good for 1 year, so I decided not to add an extra $30 or $40 square trade warranty on there because, you know, I can trust that this is going to last more than likely. This is basically the manual. I don't even think I think this may have some music files. This particular camera, you can take certain music files that come with it and add background music to certain videos. But this is mainly the instruction manual, and you can just go online and find it and download. That's what I did before I even got this in hand. I went ahead and downloaded the manual. It's about 190 something pages. So this actually includes the manual here, and the manual itself is a pretty good resource to get started with. But for all the advanced features, you'll want to download that manual that's online. So it comes with the manual itself. And the one I got is the HF R40. I originally found an HF R500 that was on sale at Walmart for like $2.99 with a case and a memory card. But I've got plenty of memory cards, and I don't really need a case right now. So I decided to get this for slightly cheaper. I think I ended up paying total, it was like $150. Plus tax made it $175. So I mean, I really got a good deal on this camcorder because it usually goes for, I think, $300 or something like that. So it comes with a manual, and some of the manual, you know, this is as far as it goes. This much of the manual is all you'll need if you speak English. The rest of this is all other languages. So if you want to get really in depth with this manual and with this product, then you'll need to go online and download the manual, or take your software and download it. Now this is a Windows CD. It's compatible with Windows. It doesn't really say much about Mac, which is fine. I mean, I think it'll be just fine, because I'm really, instead of connecting it to the computer via USB, I'm mainly going to be using the SD cards and just pulling them in and out when I need them, more than likely, unless it gets cumbersome. So it comes with this, and it also, this is another reason why I bought this camcorder. This is actually more expensive than the RF500, I think, because of two main features, and that is, one is it's Wi-Fi capable, which means I can control it if I ever get a smartphone, which I don't really plan on doing for a while. I was hoping this could be hooked up to the computer and do that with a computer, but it's looking like it has to be an iOS smartphone or Android smartphone device. I can view videos on my computer, but I can't control the camera, as far as I know, with my computer. So once again, the English starts at about, you know, after you get done with, there's a couple of language, Japanese, then you got the English here, and there's only like 4 or 5 pages of English happening here. So it tells you how to use it, and I can control the camera via remote control via Wi-Fi with a smartphone. So that's one of the features that sets this camera apart. The other main one is the fact that this comes with 8 gigs of internal memory. So I don't even have to buy another SD card if I don't need to. This comes with 8 gigs of internal memory, which already have, you know, a 16 gig and a 32 gig SD card. So I don't have to worry about that. The cool thing about that is it allows for dual recording. You can record in AVCHD, I think is what it's called. Yeah, AVCHD progressive. You can record in that, and at the same time simultaneously recording in MP4 and having dual copies there if you need it. I'm not sure what AVCHD is. To me, it looks like it's going to be a lot of hassle to deal with, so I'll probably mainly be using this camcorder for HD MP4. It's just the easiest format that I've found to use, and that's one of the reasons I really like this product. The other thing is you have a transfer utility, how to transfer your files over your computer. That's, you know, pretty self-explanatory. I don't have to worry about that. And we come to the final thing, which is the actual camcorder itself, and I'll show you the features of this thing. And I remember saying something earlier about what I was going to mention earlier, and I can't remember what it was now. I may have already said it. If I forget it, I apologize. But this is the Vixia HF R40, and this is what it looks like. Awesome. Now I'm going to get this thing in front of me again so I can go over this. So here's what we have. A Vixia HF R40. Apparently this is a metallic type of, you know, glittery black color. I never noticed that before. Its built-in memory is 8 gigs. It's HD high capacity. It's Wi-Fi enabled. So this is why this one's a little more expensive than, you know, the R500, the R400, some of those. 53 advanced zoom. This is 32 optical, and it goes to 53 without affecting image quality somehow. I haven't really had time to go with this, and we're going to test it out tonight on the show. But look at this, guys. This is amazing. Flip. It actually turns itself on. Shows you built-in memory is what the main thing is. Check where the lens cover's open. I got to take that and fix that, which is found right here. Check this out. Bam, right there. Now we've got some awesome quality, okay? So, and watch this. Bam. I can view what I'm doing. So you can see me as I'm recording. This is pretty wild. This is pretty weird how this is working. But anyway, guys, this is what it looks like. And I'm recording without even using the camera now. That's just what it looks like. But anyway, as you can see here, we have all these. And the cool thing about this camera, too, is that it is touchscreen. So I can take and tell it to focus on my face and tap my face, and it will start focusing. And I can tell it to cancel that. Over here, this is set on auto mode. And that's cool because it adjusts the camera aperture, the sensor, the iOS, everything automatically. So I don't have to sit here and fiddle with all this stuff. But if there's something I need extra, I can go in and change all this if I need to. So I can click on that little button and then scroll. You can actually scroll and it will tell you your scene. You press OK, and you can click OK there with your finger and tell it what kind of scene you want to do it with. And there's all kinds of different ones. I'm not going to get into depth on this, but I'm just going to go back into auto mode. It just changed that, so I'm going to tell it to go to auto mode again. And the cool thing about this is it has some kind of baby thing where you can follow the baby's growth. It unique timestamps you can add for as your baby grows, and you know, you can kind of track its progress and all that. So I'm going to tell it to go auto, okay, and it's automatically going to sense the best possible setting, which for this apparently is like a profile or a portrait. So then we have, this is the home settings. You can click on that and you can see the settings for the home and all these different things. And it tells you how much time you have. This is set to internal memory, so it tells me I have just under an hour. And let's see, we have the battery. We've got 119 minutes. You know, apparently this is supposed to last on a full charge 2 hours and something, okay? And it does, apparently. This right here has to do with the image stabilization, I think. And it tells for the best one. And you can see as I move this, it's kind of a little bit of delay because it's stabilizing the image. This right here is really cool because you can actually write on the screen. I can take this and start click on this, and it would tell me all these things I can do, and I can have a commentary and be like, okay guys, this right here is the light that comes complete with the Kodak HD camcorder. Alright, and so I can take, and then when I'm done with that, I can go back and say, oh, clear all, yes, and then go back. So that's really cool. I can do all this stuff. You've got, you know, effects that you can do, animated stamps. I can take here and do this little effect here. Wow, this is HD. You know, all this, you know, kooky stuff I don't really care about. This is mainly going to be for this camera. If I'm using it for live recording, I might do that. But for just straight off YouTube stuff, it's just going to be just what you see is what you get. So with all these different features, you can go here. And one cool feature about that, let me find that again, is I can take and pause the thing, move it over here, and enable it again. So pause it here, move it back, and let me go back here. Kind of do like a cut scene. On-screen images pause, then you start it again, and I do not need whatever that is. Take that off. But anyway, I've still got a little ways to learn all this stuff. And then this is just a quick view of most of the main settings. So you don't have to go to the main home settings here and find it. This is the most used functions, I guess, that you can use. Really easy. Okay, you might be able to change this, I don't know. But this is really cool that you have this, and I think this is face recognition, that little face there. So let me just, you might be able to see it better against the black background, so you can see what all that stuff is. And do you notice this? It switched to flower. It switched to macro mode automatically, and that little flower there is automatic. So I mean, it's really cool how it does that. You got 32 times zoom here, and then that's all the specifications. HD video lens. This is the microphone. So I'm going to do a lot of tests on this for the microphone and for the video quality and things like that. For one thing, I wanted to make sure of the video quality. Recording setup. And okay, so we're going to do that. So movie format, what quality do I want? So I'm going to experiment with all these different qualities. Right now, I think the 17 MBS is full HD, standard quality, 24, and then you could click on info. What does that mean? Well, 1080p. Okay, so when I go back to 4 megabits per second, that's when it gets into the 720. The rest of these are full 1080p. So I'll be experimenting with that. There's also some really cool filters that I can use if I want to. Let me see if I can find those real quick. Actually, that is on the this right here. I can tell it to do a scene, cinematic. I can add a cinematic feel, so I can go in here and tell it that I want it to have a standard look, like a widescreen, or I can have vivid colors. Everything just popped just then. See how the colors difference there? I can tell it I want it cool, I want it nostalgic, sepia, old movie style, or black and white. So there's all kinds of things I can do with that, and it tells me that it just switched to that, and I don't want that to happen. Another feature about this camera is that when you enable certain things, certain other things are disabled and you can't get it back until you put it on the correct scene. But anyway, that's enough for the touchscreen. So now we're back into auto. It's a built-in memory, and it's the date and the time. And the other thing is, if I want to take a photo, I just hit photo, and it takes it for me. The actual hardware looks like this. I can turn the camera off, and I can actually make it so that whenever I want to, I can tell it not to open automatically, or not to turn on automatically when I open the camera. So that's a really cool feature. You got stereo. Those are stereo speakers right there. You got HDMI out. You got your USB out. You've got this is kind of like a play mode when you want to view your videos and view your photos. You click this. This is your AV out, so you can go to headphones, or you can take it and put it on surround sound or some other device that has 3.5 to RCA split. This is the one good thing that's about this. When I'm using the lapel mic, the AT-R 3350 that I've still got and love, this has an external mic function, so I don't have to rely solely on the stereo capabilities of this camcorder for the speakers. This is where the SD card goes in. You push it open, and it's got a little indentation here so that you can easily close it. The thing about this is that this doesn't go in straight. It goes in at an angle. So instead, they even show a picture in the manual. Instead of coming straight up, you got to tilt it at an angle to put it in like that for some reason. Okay, and so this push to eject, I guess that means you push this back. This is the battery pack. It doesn't really get in the way a lot, as you can see. It's not really bulky or anything. And all you do is go down here and pull this down, and it sits on a track. And so you just pull it out and you put it back in. Here we have the tripod thing. It doesn't really say what this is. I'm assuming this is another tripod that has maybe a different screw size. So I'm guessing that's it. Then we got the serial number down here. And on the other side, it's mainly, we got the zoom here, so I can start zooming in on things. So let's see if I can zoom in on my amp over there. Okay, and it's actually really good quality. You can't see it because it's filtered through the lens of this Kodak, but it really has good quality. I mean, that's how far I can go, and you can really read what's going on. I mean, this is going to be really great for live shows, especially tonight where we're doing a live show, and it even goes further than that. Okay, so the other thing that we have here is that's the zoom. This is the speaker. This is the speaker. Optical image stabilizer. That's what the you can see it now probably. This thing right here is your, well, let me find it here. This right here, I don't know what's going on here. This right here is your optical image stabilizer, and there's different settings depending on, you know, if you zoomed in or whatever. It's all different settings. Okay, so here's the power on. This is the charge is really good. If you're charging this, it's red, and when it's done charging, it turns off. Here's the access. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I think that might have something to do with when it's connected to the computer, not sure. This is your record button. You press it and it records. You press it again and it stops recording. You have an adjustable sleeve here so we can do this, and this battery doesn't really get in the way. Also, for some reason, this thing flips like this, 90 degrees. I don't know why, unless you're wanting to film something down below you. You can just do this and see what's going on. But I love the capabilities of this, where I can flip it all the way around and look at myself, and that's the reflection of me off the monitor. This thing has really good quality. I can't wait to start using it, guys. The only other thing here that we have is that lens cover. I just click it closed, and there it is, closed and open. Okay, so this is, once again, the other thing that we have, that's where the power goes in, the DC in 5.3 volts. That's what that other that little weird looking cable head looked like. So that's pretty much the main feature of this camera. Get ready to look forward to some great quality videos with this now that I can see what I'm actually doing. Really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to creating some more videos with you guys in mind. This will be, I'm actually going to set my tripod up. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm actually going to show you what's going on here as far as setup goes. There's my tripod. I'm going to start putting it on the top here, and so that it's angling down at me, and I can have higher quality videos versus having to do the webcam for recorded videos. Now the webcam will still be used for, oh, look at my face, doesn't that look weird? The webcam can still be used for, is going to be used for like hangouts and, you know, live video and things like that. But as far as when I'm pre-recording videos, I will be using the Canon versus, you know, the Canon here versus this Kodak, which you can see right now. So I'm going to be, you know, doing a lot of those recordings and use the webcam. I wish I could use this as a webcam. It would be amazing if I could, but there's really no way to do that as far as I know. It's not really used as a webcam. I haven't really gone in depth into the manual, but that's pretty much the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys the next time I do a video. Don't know when that'll be, but for now, check out my blog at ericbeatty.com. I finally got that up, and you can see some, you know, things that are going on there, as well as, you know, check out, you know, all the websites that I have. If you go to the right, the sidebar of that blog has all the websites where you can find me. My Texas Blues guitar products, my Bluegrass Guitar Essentials products, all my social, you know, media stuff. So that's my central hub now, and I'm so excited to have that released to you, and I'm so excited to be having this Canon HF R40 to start recording for you guys. Looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to everything else that's going on. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys sometime soon, and I'll get this video uploaded as quickly as possible. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Thanks so much. Y'all have a good day, and God bless.